Hi Scorpio, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome into the channel if you're new. Thanks for stopping by. This is going to be a weekly reading for August 23rd through the 29th. We just had that second full moon in Aquarius on August 22nd, like yesterday. So, hey guys, how you doing? It was a really big season, wasn't it? Leo season? I think it really was. Now we have started Virgo season. This is the first week of Virgo. Virgo is grounded, earthy, caretaking, loving, getting things taken care of, right? It's the gardener, the gentle gardener, right? Mom making sure the lunch boxes are filled, making sure that you're taking your dog on a walk and going through your list and checking all of the stuff you need to check on. It's all of that, right, Scorpio? All right, so today I'm going to pull you one card from Colette Baron Reed's deck, The Enchanted Map Oracles, right? And I'm going to pull 9 from the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Weltstein. Love those. And we're going to read horizontally, vertically, and big picture. All right? So I'm going to get one of these for you, the Enchanted Map cards, and it's that one right there. Coming apart. Okay. Scorpio, I got this for Gemini, I think it was. I believe. I could be wrong, but I think so. And I'll read that for you in just a moment. I think that's usually about us having to let go of things that we need to so that we can move forward into things that are good for us and better for us. So are you quitting smoking or letting go of an old habit or a frenemy that really is not good for you? Stuff like that, that could be happening. All right, that's enough. I'm going to go ahead and cut this deck and let's do what we do. All right, Scorpio, we're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths together and get comfortable, settle in with me. Let's bring down the cortisol, right? That stress hormone, and relax. 8 of Wands, the World, Lovers, wowzers. Lots of communication coming in. Achieving something in a relationship. Interesting. All right, 6 of Cups, Emperor, 2 of Wands, 7 Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and Temperance. All right, I'm going to take this in for a minute while you're chilling. Let me see what I see. On the bottom of the deck today, we have the Devil. Okay, so we're beating that down. Yeah, I got that. That's kind of what I got. It's like a bad habit. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this coming apart. Right? Looks like you're in 2 minds about something. Right? Like your light side and your shadow side kind of having an argument with each other. But I want to. You know it's not good for you, but I really want to. But it's not good for you. Kind of one of those conversations. That might be going on. And yeah, I think you've had some enlightenment, exactly. I think you know when you've been lying to yourself, right? And saying, well, I can, bake a chocolate cake and I'll just eat 1 piece and share the rest with my family if you're trying to lose 5 pounds, right? And then you eat the entire chocolate cake. It's kind of that, right? It also could be more serious than that, obviously. There are people with a lot of really difficult problems out there right now, and I'm not making light of that. I am saying that whatever's happening in your life, you know. You know what's going on and you know what you need to do. That's what I'm saying, okay? On the bottom of the deck today, we have the Devil, the Sun, and the Moon. That means that what was ever in the dark will be brought to light about whatever's going on that is not good for you, right, Scorpio? So you know what it is, and you know that you need to go from the shadow side of self to the light side of self, right? Can't make this stuff up, right? That's what was on the bottom of the deck. So I think it is 100% about you accepting something about yourself that you can no longer deny in any way, because it has become a tangled web that you cannot pull yourself out of. And I think it's something that you really, really want to. You definitely have people with you or a person with you who loves you and cares about you and will help you through it. I'm also seeing that. All right, Scorpio? Now, let's read the coming apart card for you. And stay with me because we're going to work through it. All right? Scorpio, we're going to work through this. That's the point. Self-questing, right? Means dealing with all of our inner stuff. Which is why it's great. You can sit wherever you are, in the privacy of your home or wherever, and think about your life and consider things, right? And then move forward. That's why we're here. Okay, 46, coming apart. Now is the time to take separate paths. The coming apart card is assigned to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, dissolution, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you pay will not be worth the prize. Separation does bring good fortune in this instance, yes, right? So if a situation is unraveling and your best plans are leading you into a tricky maze, your challenge is, wow, tricky maze. The devil card in this deck is like, right, a spider and a spider web. Okay, sorry, I had to show you that. A tricky maze. Your challenge is to separate out the elements of this puzzle to get a better perspective on what happened. You may have lingered too long in a place where you didn't belong anymore, been seduced by a temporary solution, or as you untangle yourself, it's important to maintain a sense of humor. Don't fret about it. You'll learn something valuable that you'll need later when faced with a more dangerous situation. Just breathe and know that you're loved. Okay, so in other words, whatever it is that's needing to leave your life, one way or another, you know what it is. You know that it hasn't been good for you. You've been telling yourself the truth with these three cards under the deck. This is, under the deck is what has been happening that is somewhere in your subconscious. So you know that it's happening and you understand that this needs to, it needs closure, right? You know this. And I think those two full moons in Aquarius that we've been talking about for the last few weeks helped you to see that for sure. It's like a lightning bulb moment where you understand this is really not good for me. This does not feel good. You know what would feel good? To free myself from it. That's what would feel good. That's what you tell yourself when you're feeling that way, right? All right, so let's look at your 9 cards here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana on the table. And then the one under the deck on the top was the 5th. So we are talking about possibly conflicts at home, potentially with partners. Hold on, let me look for a second. You may be taking a trip in order to figure something out. You've definitely grown, and I think you've leveled up, and you're owning your own life. That's what I'm seeing here, Scorpio. I think you're trying to own your own life. Because you've been trying to work with people, trying to figure it out, and come into a sense of peace about it. And that is actually the advice here, is to talk about it and work it out. Because you've done your assessments, you know what you need to do. At this point, it's about just doing it, and Virgo season is the perfect time for that. It's about fine-tuning the details, making our lists, and putting things into action. So step by step by step, right? So say you're someone who's wanting to lose weight, and you have a high goal, right? Say it's 40 or 50 pounds or whatever number. It's something that you know that has been keeping you tangled up in your shadow side because it's not what you want. This is only for people who want to lose weight, okay? I'm just saying. Or say you're a smoker or a drinker or someone who's been doing drugs, something like that, and you definitely know that you just want to make that change. You've decided, look, it's no fun anymore. This is affecting my health, or it's affecting my relationship or my finances. You know, we all go through this in one way or another. It could be a toxic relationship. It could be anything. So whatever it is, let's work through it. We've got the Eight of Wands. This is information that usually comes over the airwaves, in some way or another. So texting, it can be over the internet, it can be just talking in the air, but it's a lot of information and communication, which speeds things up. Once you start communicating about it, it's like once you put it out there, you've put it out there, right? Like you can't get those umbrellas back. They're gone. Or if it's balloons or arrows or whatever it is on whatever card, once the Eight of Wands are in the air, they don't come back. What I'm saying is, once you let it out, you will feel free, liberated, right? You can't take it back. So it takes guts. Any single one of the cards in the Wands or Fire suit takes bravery, because we are actually communicating what we want, what we desire to the world. So this will be a true accomplishment for you. Once you actually communicate it, it will be a great accomplishment, especially in a relationship with the Lover's card. Right? Because you sharing it with someone, yes, it's vulnerable. It's difficult, it takes courage because you're opening up your vulnerability, but it's also your greatest strength, because two heads are better than one. And somebody there to help you and encourage you and lift you up, that's your strength. When we're vulnerable, we need others to help us be strong, right? They're the ones who encourage us. So don't fear that. That is something that is, number one, human nature, and it's a way of incredible bonding and leads to beautiful, loving relationships. Now, if this is a relationship that has been the problem, pardon me, I have a frog in my throat right now, then yeah, frog in my throat. So if your throat chakra's been closed, you haven't been talking, it's going to open up. But one of the things I want to say is if it's the relationship that's been the negative thing, this could mean that you're going to cut off communication, and it's going to end with the World card. And you're going to kind of cut off communication with this person, but that is never really the good choice. Just to like ghost someone, that comes back to bite you in the butt. You know what I mean? So some of you may make that choice. It's your prerogative. It's your life. You have free will, of course. Readings are only for you to consider. Consider your life. Consider how you think and feel about the messages that come through, right? Next line, we have the Six of Cups. So it's someone from the past, Emperor, the center of your reading today, about empowerment, sometimes about control, very often, though, about mastery, right? The Emperor runs an empire. So, okay, I just got the strangest message, and I'm going to say it. Even though it makes me uncomfortable to say it, I'm going to say it anyway. With these three cards and these three particular pictures, the first one is the Six of Cups. It's usually when we reminisce about the past, but you can see she's outgrown her past, right? She's outgrown her past. And then we see the Emperor, and, you know, he's got the city on his head. He runs the place, right? And then we've got the Two of Wands, where you've got your whole world in your hands and you're trying to decide where to go. The strangest message that I got was, if in the past you happen to, if it's drugs, and you took drugs that made you feel really big and like, I've never taken, what's the drug? Cocaine, for example. But I know that people have said that it makes you feel like you can do anything, right? Like you're really, really big and powerful and on top of the world. I can do anything, right? like a false sense of confidence. If that's what you're kicking, I applaud you and I wish you the best and I encourage you. So I just got that message about a particular drug that makes you kind of feel like an inflated sense of self, when really underneath what's really happening for you is that you don't need it anymore, because you yourself are actually this sun card. You're bringing that part of yourself out, right? Into the sun. So I love that. I think that's beautiful. And how Seven of Pentacles, you've assessed this for years, I want to say, maybe even 7 years. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, talking to others and getting help, cooperating with others, so that you can find your peace and your balance and your temperance. Temperance quite literally means everything in moderation, right? So whatever this has been about for you, you will find your temperance again. It is encouraging you to get help, to talk about it, most especially. If you can't talk to the people in your past, Eight of Wands, Six of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, you've thought about it and you're not sure, you've kind of outgrown them, or they've outgrown you, or whatever, and those relationships are over, coming apart, or they came apart, and you have to start over, right? You've accomplished something though. You're taking the lead now. You're going to get help elsewhere and work with others. You may go to rehab or therapy or anything that you need in order to get through this. And then Lovers, Two of Wands, you know, is your person going to be with you, or are you going on a different trajectory away from each other? Well, Temperance tells me that you may come back together. This may be a temporary thing. So what I want to say to you, Scorpio, is I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. With those three things, you can do this. You can get through any conversation. You can help any relationship. And you can also forgive and love yourself. So no matter what this is about for you, it could be a small little thing to the most difficult. But whatever it's about, remember that you are loved. The universe has your back. You are being strengthened. If you could just believe that somewhere deep down you know this to be yourself and this to be your truth, then every single step of the way you're going to be carried. Spirit is with you. That's what this is telling me. Okay? I wish you the best, and I'll be here for you next week. Thank you, Scorpio. Bye.